Liverpool are starting to make it a habit this season to win games by very late goals. And whilst that's fantastic, shows the mentality monsters that Liverpool are, the never say die attitude they have, how they keep pushing to the end. Is it sustainable? We're going to talk about their late goals. We're going to talk about why that is, why that's been happening, and if we're going to see that start to change. I'm Lawrence on Liverpool, a tiny new Liverpool fan channel. You've helped get me past 1,000 subscribers. Let's go for 2,000. And when you subscribe, hit the bell because that's the only way you're going to get notified of my next video. So what got me thinking about this is I stumbled across two things online. BBC spot in their live thread and a comment on Reddit showing this graphic. We'll talk about this first and then we'll go to the BBC article, try and dig in a bit deeper. I'm going to have a heart attack times 4. It has been a bit stressful, hasn't it? Waiting and just at the last moment. Bit of relief, but the adrenaline was pumping. And these are the minutes of the decisive goals so far in our 4 games. We beat Bournemouth 4-2, but we didn't get the decisive goal until the 88th minute. Newcastle 3-2, 90 minutes plus 10. Arsenal, we beat them 1-0. In the 83rd minute, we scored with that fantastic free kick by Szoboszlai. And Burnley 1-0 in the 95th minute. And this comment here grabbed my attention. 4 winners in 4 league games this season with an average time of 91 minutes, 30 seconds. That's a bit insane, really. And on the BBC, they share this little table, Liverpool leaving it late. In 24-25 last season, we scored 25 goals in the first 30 minutes and only 14 goals in the last 10 minutes, with 3 of those being winning goals, 2 of those being in injury time, and 1 of those injury time goals being winning. So far, after just 4 games, we've got none in the first 30 minutes, 5 in the last 10 minutes, with 4 of those being winning goals, 3 goals in injury time, with 2 of those being winning goals. So we've already got more winning goals in injury time after the 90th minute than in the entirety of the 24-25 season where we won the league. Why is that? The difference so far this season is possibly that they have not been at their best and have needed to push harder in the final stages of games. I would agree with that. I'd say Liverpool have not actually played very well in these 4 games, and it's the persistence, the mentality that has pushed them over the edge and allowed them to get those late winning goals, even in games that maybe we didn't deserve to win. Last season, they were often well enough ahead not to need late winners. 16 of their 25 league wins were by 2 goals or more, scored well in advance of the end of the game. So we were comfortable. Let's try and dissect why this is happening. Well, we've got new players in, right? In the front line, we've lost some players, RIP Diogo Jota. We've also sold Nunez and Diaz. It's going to disrupt how the attack flows, how they gel together, right? Ekitike and Wirtz look like class players, and Izak's coming in. We know he's class, but they're new. They don't know Gakpo and Salah very well. McAllister, or if you're Argentina, McAllister, and Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, they're used to looking for players that they know where they're going to be, and they're finding them in the right spots. They're used to feeding a front line where they know roughly where everyone's going to be. And now half of that front line is unknown to them. It's still unpredictable. They're still working it out and trying to understand and get to that kind of telepathic connection that footballers get when they get really used to each other. So it's not a surprise that maybe the attack hasn't been as free-flowing, but actually in 2 of those games, we scored a combined total of 7 goals. That wasn't too bad, right? Last 2 games, we scored 2 goals each, but both teams, Arsenal and Burnley, were not just parking the bus, they were parking a whole fleet of buses there. And obviously, any team's going to struggle to score against those kinds of low blocks. And very quickly, on that low block, I found it funny how Hugo Ekitike had posted something on his Instagram showing someone reading a book and had captioned over it, face low block in the how-to. So it reads how to face a low block. Remember, I talked in my last video, the match reaction against Burnley, where I said Ekitike was very frustrated. At halftime, he was walking off, berating himself, very annoyed that he wasn't able to find space or receive the ball in that low block. Thankfully, he's taken it with humor, some positivity, and he's going to fix that. I know he will. But this is the worry, right? their run of scoring late winners will surely dry up. If it does, if we don't improve in the rest of the game, the earlier part of the game, we may find ourselves getting a few drab 0-0 or even getting hit on the counter and losing 1-0. But the worry for their rivals is that it is because they might not need them. That's the positive spin. If we can get the players gelling in attack, we can work out how to break down low blocks, and even that won't stop us, and we'll be on our way. You can see there are levels to our game we have yet to reach compared to last season. We will improve. Liverpool will improve. Isak coming in will only help. Kirkez and Frimpong getting more used to their teammates and their positioning will only help. I don't have any particular doubt about that. So let me know if you do. But the big takeaway is that when we've needed it in these first 4 games, when we've needed that ability to get late winners, we've got them. And that is so important for any top elite team who's winning leagues and big titles to be able to get those late winners. Man United were known for Fergie time during their period of dominance. Are we getting slot time? I appreciate you watching. Leave a comment down below. Give me a like. Engagement helps YouTube push this channel out to more people. It's the only way we're going to grow. And I actually really want to know what your thoughts are. So share them below and I'll read them and reply back to them. I'll speak to you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.